Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of Supernatural on the CW, which was the second episode of Season 13 called The Rising Sun. And also going to be giving a look at the Entertainment Weekly Ultimate Guide to Supernatural that they released a few weeks back, which I have right here actually to spot this today. Like I said, it came out at least a few weeks back, so I probably should have bought it earlier. But today was almost like a downer for me, personally a little bit, so I finally grabbed this to bring me up a little bit, and it did. This is a pretty cool magazine. I don't remember the last time I bought a magazine at all. I guess it takes something like Supernatural to make me want to get another one. These are definitely overpriced though. I mean, it was probably about $15 basically. But it was Supernatural, so I made an exception. But yeah, I like the cover, and it features quite a few good little snippets of interviews, as well as teasing what's coming in season 13, different things like that. Scooby-Doo stuff coming up, right? Of course, the alternate universe talk for this season. So flip through it a little bit for you guys, and this touches on other points of the show earlier on as well, which is cool. Didn't really care for that part personally, but got stuff falling out. But yeah, it is pretty cool to flip through. I recommend picking it up if you're a big fan of the show. I am, so that's why I grabbed it. Helps make my day better. So this episode of Supernatural I thought was pretty good. I said last week I said last week that I've been rewatching the show with my girlfriend. I'm taking her through it for the first time. We just started season 4. So I've been watching a lot of the earlier seasons lately at the same time, as well as, getting ready for this new season. But, there's just a certain magic that those earlier seasons had that season 12 and this season so far, it just seems to be lacking for some reason. There's just something missing, it feels like. I'm not sure what. And I'm not one of those fans that just like the first 5 seasons either. Those are probably the best of it. But, I like season 6. Season 7 is, has some pretty good points to it besides the Dick Roman stuff. 8 I thought was good. 9 I liked a lot. 10 I liked a lot. 11 I liked a lot. But then 12 and 13, they're fine, and I do think 13 is going to end up being better than 12 overall. Something's not there. But I did like this episode, and I liked the emotion from Dean last week. And what helped this week's episode, I think, was definitely more Lucifer. Mark Pellegrino, of course. We see more of him and Mary, trapped in an alternate universe this week. Some people even compare it to like the Damon and Bonnie thing in the Vampire Diaries season 6. I don't know if it's going to get quite that good between them. But it's a fun dynamic, and even though I wish Lucifer would just kill Mary already. But Lucifer, Mark Pellegrino, is almost infinitely entertaining. To see him sort of mocking her, and just the banter that he creates with himself almost in a way is a lot of fun. They meet the alternate universe Michael, so him and Lucifer get into a scuffle. Michael seems to get the advantage though, but I do think Mary and Lucifer are going to be pushed to actually work together, but we'll see how that goes. We also meet this new King of Hell. He's the last knight of Lucifer, I guess. He's holding the ground until Lucifer inevitably returns at some point. And I think he's okay. I think he's a little bit overacted. He doesn't really come off quite right, I don't think. So I kind of hope he's only around for this season, honestly. And I definitely miss Crowley. But I'm not really expecting Crowley again, if ever, unfortunately. I would love to see him again, but we all know we're getting Castiel back soon, so we'll see how that goes. As far as like the Dean, Sam, and Jack stuff, I thought it was fine. We got a bit more on that this week. It was fun seeing Jack trying to copy some of Dean's mannerisms, as they're eating burgers and just sort of sitting there with the beers on the couch. That was kind of fun. He does sort of remind you of Castiel when he is first getting integrated with the boys. So I like that. I think the actor playing Jack is doing a fine job. We also see the return of one of the prophets. I forget his name all of a sudden, but he's a larger, older gentleman. It was good to see him again. I feel like we've seen him at least in one episode before. I could be wrong. But then we see the new king of hell. He takes the form of him to try and trick Jack into releasing these other certain demons that Lucifer had even locked up at one point. So they're probably going to be an issue. They're probably going to be released at some point. But Jack's able to sort of stop at the last second when the Winchesters get there. Dean, of course, is still mistrusting him. But Sam wants to give him a chance. They have a few heart-to-heart scenes. But Dean's, still not really, budging on it. And, it's fine. I get where Dean's coming from. But still, like, his idea that Mary's gone forever, even though I wish Mary was gone forever. And he has no hope of her coming back. It feels, I said it last week, it feels a little bit odd. Because, we've seen Castiel come back how many times, so why wouldn't they have hope that Mary could come back again, too? I don't know. And one of the weaknesses of Supernatural right now, though, is that it does feel a little bit repetitive at this point. Like, certain storylines are sort of taking new forms of different characters and stuff like that. But so far, I am enjoying Season 13 a little bit more than Season 12. I think, as it goes, it'll be pretty clear that's superior. Season 12 still had fine stuff in it, but it was definitely my least favorite of the show so far. But so if I had to rate this episode, I'd rate it about an 8.8. I still liked it. I think there's a little bit more going on than the premiere. It just didn't have the emotional sort of punch with the Castiel and Crowley losses. Jensen Ackles acted out. So if it had a little more of that, then it probably would have been. In ways, it is better than the premiere, but because the premiere still had moments like that, it sort of still keeps it ahead of this one. But still, I enjoyed it. And I think the longer the season goes on, the better it's going to get. So, let me know you guys thought about it. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.